Hey guys, welcome in. So get comfortable, grab yourself a coffee, a tea, whatever you're into, because we're learning about how to edit in CapCut. So let's go over some of the basic controls of this program. This is my favorite editing software because it's easy. It has tons of effects. It has a lot of B-roll that we can use that's copyright free. Okay, so let's go over this. This area right here is where we upload our files and where we arrange our files. So let's say we wanted to upload some B-roll that we got from Pixabay or Pexels. We're going to click on Import, and we're going to choose our files here. Let's see if we can find a good video. Let's choose this video here. So now that we've chosen this video, we can choose to view it in the media window, or we can drag it onto our canvas. When we drag it onto our canvas, we can make it longer, we can make it shorter. We can zoom in, which is this part right here, zoom into the track. We can zoom in, or we can zoom out. So just like we did in Canva, when we upload our voiceover here,
times. If you have been skipping leg day, then you should definitely watch this. Stick around until the end.
This is a voiceover that I'm using for one of my YouTube channels, and I'm going to build upon this video, and you're going to see exactly how I do it. So remember what we talked about when it comes to viewers' attention span. As soon as they press the play button, your video is going to want to start immediately. So what we do is we zoom in and we make sure that the voiceover starts. Let's zoom in a little bit more. The voiceover starts immediately. So we're going to cut this off. We're going to delete this. We're going to put the voiceover all the way hugging the beginning of the track. And we're going to start adding our B-roll with the media in the CapCut library. But before we do that, let's get to know the video editor a little bit better. So we know how to import our videos and photos through this button right here. Up top is the audio. We have sound effects. We have, we can link our TikTok account, brand music. So the two main tabs that we're going to be using is the music one and also the sound effects. Now remember guys, the majority of the music in CapCut is copyrighted. So you're going to need to use music that you've either paid for or that you found that is actually copyright free. So a program that can give you copyright free music is a program like TuneTank in Canva or possibly the YouTube Studio. There's also websites like Epidemic Sound and Upbeat that I'm going to link in your bonus section of the course. But for now, let's pay attention to these two tabs. We have the music tab and we have the sound effects tab. You can use as many sound effects as you want. These are not copyrighted. They're all copyright free. So that's a great thing about Canva. You can get along without joining the pro version of CapCut. And this is what I do. I use the free version of CapCut. And I've been using this for a year, possibly a little bit more than that. But I've never joined pro, even though there are some effects and some different filters that require the pro subscription. I've never needed it. I've never used it. If you want to use it, that's totally up to you. But me personally, I don't have any need for it because all the text, the animations, the effects, the transitions that I use are all free. So we have the audio, the music, and the sound effects tab. We have our text tab, which we can add text onto our timeline. We just drag the default text down here, and then we can adjust it accordingly. We also have an important tab that I use this pretty often, which is auto captions. So when I'm done editing my video, as far as the B-roll, the music, the sound effects, and I want captions or subtitles on the video, I come up here and I click auto captions. And what this does is it populates the auto captions. It reads the voiceover and it throws auto captions on top of the video. And then you can adjust them with the text. You can adjust the font, the size, etc. But the accuracy of this auto captions generator is pretty spectacular. And we'll do it here in a couple of minutes. Another one is stickers. You can search for stickers like subscribe. Then you have these subscribe stickers, and you have the animated ones that you can add on your timeline here. These are all free call to actions that you can add throughout your video. Let's delete that. Just delete this text box. And there's other stickers. Like another important one that I use are arrows. Arrows to point to certain elements in your video. You can always rotate them. You can make them bigger, smaller. So use your imagination. There's possibly millions of different stickers in this section. And they make your video fun. They make it engaging. Okay, the next tab up here is the effects tab. And there are a lot of pro effects that you need to pay for. But again, like I said, I personally don't use these. So you can pay $7 a month and get access to all of these, which is cool. But you don't necessarily need them. So there's favorites up here that you've saved in the favorites. There's trending, pro, and all of these other ones. There's lens, effects, retro, light effects. These cool little light effects. We have the glitch, distortion, sparks, love, etc. So on and so forth. And there's tons of them that you can use to make your video really pop. There's the body effects here that you can add to video clips that have people. And you can play around with these and find exactly which ones suit your video the best. Okay, so after the effects, we have the transitions, which you probably will be using a lot. And we'll go over these here in a bit. Bunch of cool transitions. The ones that I use are free. So I use the pull in and pull out ones. These quick cut, quick motion transitions that you put between each video clip. I use the left and the rights, the whoosh, the glitches, and the splits. They're just fun ways to transition between video clips and keep it interesting for the viewer. And then we have our filters, which I personally don't really use. And these are to enhance your video, enhance your different clips that you've added onto your timeline. Similar to Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok filters, but they give your video a little bit more life, and they add color, and they make it pop just a little bit more. And then we have the adjustments tab up here. You can set your own custom adjustments and presets. LUT, when it comes to LUT, we're talking about lighting and the different effects on your video, such as brightness and temperature and contrast and all those good things. So these tabs up here will be your main control panel when it comes to controlling and adding effects and transitions to your timeline. Again, media is where we add media onto the timeline. It's where we import our videos and pictures. Audio is where we grab our music and sound effects. Again, just a side note, the majority of the music is copyrighted on CapCut. So you're going to need copyright-free music. We have our text tab to add default text. We also have our auto captions. You can add effects to the text. You can add templates. We have our stickers tab, effects tab, add effects to videos and photos, transitions to transition between video clips. We have our filters, which are similar to CapCut. Filters, which are similar to Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, etc. And then we have our adjustment. Okay, I want to show you how I build a video. So let's listen to the track.
The information in this video will skyrocket your muscle gains by 2 to 3 times.
Okay. The information in this video will skyrocket your muscle gains. So we're going to go to the tab down here under Media. It's the Library tab. This is where we find all of our videos and pictures that we're going to add to our timeline. So let's search for muscle, for example. This one looks good. So we're going to drag it onto the timeline and we're going to adjust it. Let's zoom out just a little bit. We're going to adjust it. And then zoom back in.
The information in this video will skyrocket your muscle gains by 2 to 3 times.
Okay, we're going to make it a little bit bigger.
If you have been skipping leg day, then you should definitely
Skipping leg day. Leg exercises. Throw a leg exercise on there.
If you have been skipping leg day, then you should definitely watch this.
Okay.
Stick around until the end, because every part and every step in this video will be crucial.
Stick around to the end. So I'm going to want to add somebody watching TV or on their laptop. Okay. And you can set the orientation, vertical or horizontal. So let's set it to landscape, which is the horizontal orientation. So it'll filter all the videos by the ratio. Okay, let's add somebody on their laptop.
Stick around until the end, because every part and every step in this video will be crucial.
Okay, it will be crucial
for your hardcore muscle gain.
Hardcore muscle gains. So, weightlifting. Okay.
For your hardcore muscle gains. We're diving deep into the realm of squats.
Okay. So the video is talking about squats. We're going to add a guy squatting some barbell.
Discover why squats aren't confined to sculpting your legs and why incorporate.
Okay, so the part that he goes down, we're going to want to cut it. So we're going to zoom into this part where he starts on the descent.
Discover why squats aren't confined to sculpting your legs and why incorporating them into your regular weightlifting routine is a strategic and smart move.
Remember what I said about the 6-second rule, how we should keep our video clips shorter than 6 seconds. And of course, you can always go shorter, you can go a bit longer, but I always recommend keeping your clips around the 6-second mark. So let's cut that off.
So, what makes squats so extraordinary? Imagine squats as the
Okay. Let's have this girl squatting.
So, what makes squats so extraordinary? Imagine squats as the superheroes of exercises.
Superheroes of exercises. Let's add another guy squatting.
Assembling a league of muscles simultaneously.
Okay, so that's a photo. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up to type and we're going to choose videos. Now it filters them all by videos and we're going to filter them also by landscape. Okay, let's get some more squats.
Assembling a league of muscles simultaneously, transforming your body into a power.
Muscle. Okay, let's go with this guy.
It's not merely about toning your legs. It's a holistic.
So for me, this clip is a little bit too slow, so we're going to speed it up. To speed up the clip, let's highlight it, click on it once, come up to speed, and then we're going to make it faster. So let's 3 times. Let's see how that looks.
It's not merely about toning your legs. It's a holistic full-body workout.
Full body workout. Perfect. Okay. So now that we've added a couple of clips, let's start to build around this. So the voiceover that I've added already has music, and I've done that ahead of time to avoid copyright claims. So when it comes to text, some people add it on their videos and some people don't. I personally do. When I create workout videos, I always add text because you never know if the person who's watching the video is cooking in the kitchen or they're in the library and they need to listen to it, or they need to watch the video on mute, or they're in a situation where they can't have any sound. So they're just watching the screen and they need a certain amount of text or subtitles. So if you want to add subtitles, I recommend that you do, because it's a good idea. It's a good idea for viewer retention. And it's a good idea for those who are in a situation where that requires them to have the video on mute. So they need a little bit of text. You can put it in the center of the screen. You can put it on the bottom, on the top, whatever you prefer. It's all a personal preference. So let's go through this. Click on the text box up here. We're going to go to Auto Captions. Select your language and click Create. Now this will take less than a minute. Okay, as you can see, it created the text and it put it above the B-roll right here. These orange boxes are the text. Now, if we zoom out, we'll see that it added it. We can see that it added it to the entire track here. So as we zoom back in, move to the left, you can see the text right here on your video screen. So what I usually do is I first come up to the font and change the font. Let's do Tahoma. I like to go all capitals. There we go. And then this one right here. And again, guys, you can play around with this and adjust. There's all the font settings here. There's the position and size. You can make it bigger. You can rotate it. You have the blend option, opacity, to make it transparent. Stroke color, thickness, you have the background. You can add glow. And there's different effects here that you can add to your text as you see fit. Okay, in the meantime, we're going to make it a little bit bigger. And for my health videos, I like to change the color to yellow or yellowish orange. And I like to put it in the center because the videos that teach things like how to work out and how to sculpt your physique, if you're in the gym and you don't want to listen to this, you just want to watch it, these subtitles are super helpful. And since this is an instructional video, I do always put captions on the screen, especially in the center.
This video will skyrocket your muscle gains by 2 to 3 times. If you have been skipping leg day, then you should definitely watch this. Stick around until the end.
Okay, I'm going to change it back to white because white pops better on the background. Let's see.
Information in this video will... You should definitely watch this. Stick around until the end, because every part and every step in this video will be crucial for your hardcore muscle gains.
So it's important to go through these captions and make sure that everything is spelled right. CapCut, for the most part, it gets the spelling and grammar correct, but sometimes it gets it wrong. So we need to go through this and we need to change any word that's not spelled correctly.
We're diving deep into the realm of squats. Discover why squats aren't confined to sculpting your legs and why incorporating them into your regular weightlifting routine is a strategic and smart move. So, what makes squats so extraordinary?
Okay, let's add some transitions. Go to transitions. The ones that I use are pull in and pull out, and left swipe and right swipe. So basically what we're doing is we're dragging these transitions in between clips. 1, 2, and they don't have to be between every clip. They can be maybe once every 2 or 3 clips. But this is to keep it exciting and to keep it moving fast and smoothly. You want to transition smoothly between your clips. Now pull out and mix it up to keep it exciting. Let's do a right. Let's do a whoosh. And let's see how that is.
If you have been skipping leg day, then you should definitely watch this. Stick around until the end, because every part and every step in this video will be crucial for your hardcore muscle gains. We're diving deep into the realm of squats. Discover why squats aren't confined to sculpting your legs and why incorporating them into your regular weightlifting routine is a strategic and smart move.
So what a lot of people do to retain viewer attention is this. They add sound effects to each transition. So we're going to come up to audio. We're going to click on the sound effects tab, and let's type in something like swish. These are transitional sounds that help ease the transition between 2 clips. So we're going to drag this right under the transition, copy and paste it. We're going to drag it under the other transition. So listen to this.
If you have been skipping leg day, then you should definitely watch this. Stick around until the end, because every part and every step in this video will be crucial for your hardcore muscle gains.
Okay. We can add stickers like subscribes. Add subscribe, and we're going to drag this, make it smaller, and then throw it on the bottom right here. And again, you can take some of these stickers and place them at random parts of your video. The subscribe and like stickers, or what you can do is come up to Media, Library, and search for subscribe. And you have these subscribe videos that are actually a little bit more lively than the stickers. And what I usually use are these subscribe green screens. And let me show you how to use these. So when you've found a certain part in your video where you want to add the subscribe animation, you're going to drag it onto your timeline. And then you're going to click on it once. You're going to come up to cutout, press chroma key, click on color picker, and choose the green section of the screen. Once you choose it, come down to strength and adjust it until the green goes away. Now, you still want to have the subscribe animation present. You see how the green faded away, but the subscribe animation stayed put? That's what we're looking for. And you can use the green screen with pretty much anything. If you go on YouTube and you search for green screen animations, there's millions of different types of animations. There's explosions, there's stars and different glitches, and anything that you can think of, there's probably green screens for on YouTube. So we're going to drag this, make it smaller, throw it at the bottom, and let's see how it looks.
Says the super. Imagine squats as the superheroes of exercises, assembling a league of muscles simultaneously, transforming your body into a powerhouse.
Perfect. And with the subscribe animation, you can always add sound effects to it. So we're going to come to the sound effects tab. Let's add a ding or a bell. Bell ding, microwave ding. See how they sound. Click on it once to preview. Okay, we're going to use that. Okay, so you see where the little cursor presses the like button right here? We're going to drag this until we find the spot right there. Then we're going to drag this down right over the white line.
Assembling a league of muscles simultaneously, transforming your body into a
Okay. You can always turn the volume down with the sound effects by clicking on this line and dragging it down. Or if you want to adjust the volume, you click on the sound effect, you come up here to volume, and you can make it louder, or you can drag the volume down as much as you want.
of muscles simultaneously, transforming your body into
Okay, let's see how that sounds.
sizes. Assembling a league of muscles simultaneously, transforming your body into a powerhouse.
Perfect.
It's not merely about toning your legs. It's a holistic, full-body workout.
So guys, there are a lot of different effects in CapCut that you can play around with. And there's different adjustments that you can use to enhance your video. But the basics of CapCut are pretty much all you need. The B-roll, adding the text, maybe some stickers and sound effects, likes and subscribes. That's pretty much all you need. As long as you bring massive amounts of value to your audience, that's really all you need. You can add all the effects you want, all the transitions. If there's no true content delivery, if you don't really bring value to your audience, there's no amount of effects or no amount of transitions that can make your video good. So you can have a video that is really good at retaining people with their short attention spans. But if you don't bring value, then people are not going to come back to your videos and watch them again. People are not going to recommend them and share them and hit the like button and comment, subscribe, so on and so forth. So the number one thing that you should do is bring value. And then after you've brought value, after you've written a killer script, after you know exactly what you're going to use for your B-roll and have different tracks when it comes to music and sound effects, then you can start adding effects and transitions to your video. But you need to build your video on a great structure. Like, you don't want to build your video on a structure of sand. You want to build it on a structure of concrete. So make sure you have a very good structure for your video, very good topic, something that brings value. You absolutely have to do your research. You have to analyze your competitor's channel and come up with different ideas that will provide value to your viewers. So once you've laid the foundation of, you know what you're going to bring, you know how you're going to provide value, then you can start adding effects and transitions. But always first, deliver when it comes to the value section of your video. So other settings that we should discuss that you should learn about here is, if you've made a move in the editing window that you don't like, you can always hit this back button or the forward button to reverse. There's the trash can. There's the buttons here that cut and split. You have the buttons over here for each track that you can hide them, or you can mute the track. The basic up here is the controls for whichever track you've selected. So let's say you select this one, or let's say you select the voiceover, you come up here, you can adjust the volume for the voiceover. You can adjust the fade in, fade out, the voice changer.
The information in this video will skyrocket your muscle gains by 2 to 3 times. The information in this video will skyrocket your muscle gains by 2. The information in this video will skyrocket your muscle gains by 2 to...
So those are pretty cool effects. I never use these personally, but if you do sign up for the pro version of CapCut, you have access to all of these. There's the speed that you can adjust the speed of your track.
You have been skipping leg day, then you should definitely watch this. Stick around until the end.
And then you have more buttons that you can play around with. You don't really have to have any of these checked. These are just extra features. So you've got your zoom in and zoom out. Now, when you want to export the video, when you're done making your video, you come up here to export. So it's showing me that I'm using the following pro features and that I need to erase them. So let's go back to edit. And I know which one it is.
The information in this video will skyrocket your muscle gains by...
Okay, let's go to export. We're going to name it fitness video. We're going to leave it on 4K. We're going to make sure the format is MP4. Let's change the frame rate to 60 frames per second. And then we're going to click export.